so easy. How to change the position of voice 2 so that it appears before voice 1. Please note that the shortcuts I will be using are for Windows. So this means that you have to do things differently to the default of Sibelius. In bar 2, voice 2's default position is to the right of voice 1 in the bass clef. You or your client might, however, want it the other way around. Here are a few ways to change this. First of all, select the relevant bar or bars, and we're going to use a shortcut to swap voices. In other words, voice 1 will become voice 2 and voice 2 will become voice 1. So here's my shortcut, Shift V. I would now have to flip my voices and I use the shortcut X. You will notice that my notes and accidentals are clashing, they're not in the right position, and therefore I have to reset my note spacing. While it's selected, I can use a shortcut key, Ctrl-Shift-N, to respace my notes. If you can't remember the shortcut key, it's in the Appearance tab, and there's Reset Note Spacing. Another way of doing this is to use a plug-in. So first of all, I will select the particular bar again, and I will go to my search or my command box there, and I will type in narrow voices to find the plug-in. And you will see that there are 3 options, and in this case we would want the second option because we want the voice 2 to be to the left of voice 1. Okay. And then I would do the reset note spacing again, Ctrl-Shift-N. You might want to move the notes a little bit closer to each other, which you can do in the inspector. And to access that, we use the shortcut Ctrl-Shift-I. And while the note is selected that I want to move, I change the X value. I want it closer, so I will go down to that value and I can decide exactly where I want it. That might be a little bit too much because you want to be able to see the ledger line. Again, I would have to always go back to my reset note spacing, Ctrl-Shift-N. Another way of doing this is similar to what we've just done, is to use the inspector panel, inspector window, Ctrl-Shift-I. Select the note that needs to be moved, and the X value, I go into a minus, and this is a bit scary because you will see what happens. But as soon as I do my reset note spacing, my notes will be correctly spaced. This one, in fact, can be a little bit more to the left. You will have to play around with that. Too much. Whichever method you use, please always select your music afterwards and do a reset note spacing. I hope this has been helpful. Not so easy.